So talking about internal audit, guys. Okay, now internal auditing also will be really important from an AI perspective to ensure that the gaps what we identify, or one thing which we may have not observed during implementation but would have observed after using AI. Now, if I were to take an example that, let's say, we may have calculated an impact, okay, of the AI system, that the operational efficiency may be increased by 30% or by 40%. But when I collect the samples, or when I collect the output, okay, I'll see that the efficiency has improved just by 15 or 20%. So auditing also will have an important role, that yes, auditors are collecting those samples, auditors are collecting those values, and then based on the plan what has been created for the AI system, and what has been calculated, that yes, it is going to achieve efficiency up to 50%, but it has been able to achieve up to 10% or 12% only, then where is this major gap coming from? Okay, so not only doing like a typical audit work of collecting all the evidences and then ensuring there is no gaps or non-conformities or issues and findings, you even measure the effectiveness of AI systems as auditors, guys. So as an auditors, if I have an AI system incorporated, then collecting those different samples, that how has the efficiency been, throughout the day, or how has the inefficiency been whenever there were peak hours, how has the output been. So you collect all those samples, you see the output, you see the data, and then you can even suggest as an internal auditor that hey, the output has not been up to the mark, okay, or the performance of AI system has not been up to the expectation. Okay, so as an internal auditor or as an auditor, guys, it's not just the role that we identify the gaps and collect the evidences and proofs and so forth, and then we give as an collective result or so forth. So our audit program would consist of definitely frequency of audits that we are going to conduct, methods of audit, that are we going to conduct an auditing by a typical method of creating an audit plan, audit observations, etc., or we are going to do auditing based on samples, right? Auditing based on samples meaning to say that you're working more towards an output, or couple of samples of output collected at different time intervals, right? Now I'm not randomly going to collect certain evidence and output, and I'm going to say that hey, at a certain interval, this was the observation, and then we see that the output is okay. But rather I would prepare an audit plan. That audit plan would consist of tenures. They would consist of weeks, months, or probably even days. Within that, they would consist of a particular days. Within that it would consider the traffic, the load, what exactly was present, how was the condition at that point in time. You collect all of that, and then you do the audit. Okay, that what was the purpose, what was the reason, and how you have got auditing as the output. Correct, you do that. So sampling, collection of samples, or doing audit based on samples is also one of the audit methods which is used for AI systems. And of course, the typical one, what we do is collecting the normal evidences and proofs and conducting the interviews, right? That still remains as a valid auditing, but there are several other methods as well, which we would be seeing in detail for this particular course, that how different auditing methods have been adopted as well for doing audits on the AI systems. Okay, it even includes the code review, up to some extent. It even includes the usage of an AI system. It even includes how manpower or how resources are leveraging this AI system compared to how it should be present in a guide, or how it should be present in an appropriate referenced format, versus how it is being used, etc. It would even take into consideration certain training aspect and education aspect of the same as well. So there are several areas how auditing of an AI system would be done across, guys. Okay, and then again, RACI matrix, ensuring that you have audit team lead, technical team who has good knowledge on AI, who understands AI systems very well, etc. You do take care of all of those aspects, from auditing team, audit observers, auditors, auditee, etc. That entire channel and structure for the same. Okay, and then as at the end we do possess them the final audit report as per the audit results, and how we have calculated this audit plans, how we have done these activities, we do take care of the same. So that is something we typically take that into consideration. Defining the importance of AI processes and AI systems will also be something that will be included. Now, why is AI system being used? What is the importance of AI and how it has been helping the company? Correct, would also be one of the part of auditors, guys. That importance of AI management systems within the company and the processes why it has been incorporated in a particular way, explaining its importance is something what auditors will have to do on addition as well, guys. Okay, so we do have typical methods here, that how we can identify the importance of AI and how we can showcase that the importance of AI is listed as below, and the result and the output what we have got by collecting different samples is as below, right? So your audit plan will typically even represent or visualize that how these processes were defined, how we have got the output, and then how do we plan to improvise or mature the same as well. Though it may not be completely, not, it will not be like a non-conformity, or it will not be typically a gap or a deficiency, but despite that, showcasing them as samples, showcasing them as an improvement area or so forth, right? We all do take care of the same. So it is important that auditors even highlight the same. Okay, and then apart from that, we do have the typical criteria, scope, objectives, right? That we are auditing a particular department, division, right? That still remains the same the way it is. So the key differentiator would be the auditing methods and procedures, and explaining or doing auditing with the help of samples or so forth, guys. That would be a major differentiator. And then definitely understanding of AI system would play an important role as well. Okay, so this is about the auditing, and then selecting the auditor, its quality, who is going to do the audit reporting, documentation, preparing like an audit report, submitting it, that all is still going to be the way how it used to be, right?